Hey everyone, Mayu here. This week something fundamentally shifted in the AI world and it's price of each AI models. Powerful AI just become dramatically more accessible to everyone, not just the big tech companies. And almost immediately after that, the new accessibility brought the fight over how to govern these powerful technologies right to your doorstep. Let's start with the great model price war. In a span of just few days this July, three major players, SpaceXAI with Grok 4.5, OpenAI with ChatGPT 5.6 and Meta with Muse Spark 1.1 all dropped the new models. This was not a discount, it was a total repricing of the AI. Here is the concrete detail. The output token cost for these new mid-tier models, the ones doing a lot of heavy lifting work for many applications, plummeted to $4 to $6 range per million output tokens. To put into perspective, just a few months ago, legacy flagships like Anthropic's Opus 4.8 or Opus AI Premium 5.6 Sol were costing $25 to $50 per million output tokens. That's a 5x to 10x price cut. What does it mean for you? Whether you are a student, a creator, or running a small business, the economic barrier to integrating the advanced AI into your daily workflow just got lower. Need to analyze a large document, generate a content, or power a specialized chatbot. These new cheaper models are delivering what the industry called 80% of the capability of those super expensive flagships. Now it's important to understand what does it prove. This doesn't mean that these cheaper models are always a direct and the fixed replacement for the high-cost flagships in all complex or the specialized use cases. For the absolute cutting-edge research or the highly nuanced tasks, the top-tier models still hold an edge. But the vast majority of the practical application, this price drops makes the AI accessible in the way it was never before. It's like supercomputer power moving to the affordable cloud instance. But with the powerful AI this accessible and the affordable, the question of how to keep it safe and accountable becomes even more urgent. And this week we saw a stark example of how deeply divided we are with this question. First, let's look at the state level. Illinois just made an history. Governor J.B. Pritzker signed the Artificial Intelligence Safety Measures Act into the law. This is a big deal because Illinois is the first US state to mandate the annual independent third-party safety audits for the large frontier AI developers. Now, you might have a question, what does large frontier AI developer mean? It applies to the companies developing the most advanced AI models, specifically to those trained with the computing power greater than 10 to the power 26 integer or the floating point operation and with the annual gross revenue exceeding the $500 million. The law took effect from January 1st, 2027. Beginning January 1st, 2028, these developers must implement and publish a frontier AI framework and get it checked by an independent expert every year. Now, this doesn't prove that this specific state framework will be scalable or it will be adopted to the other states of the federal government, but it does establish a powerful precedent that the US state demanding and mandatory external check for the most powerful AI models that they are building right now. Now, hold that thought for the mandatory audits because almost simultaneously the federal government took an entirely different stance. Trump administration issued a new executive order titled Promoting the Advanced Artificial Intelligence Innovation and the Security. It sends a very different message. The order issued on June 2nd, 2026 explicitly prohibits any new mandatory licensing, precedents, or permitting the requirements for the AI technology. Now, it's contradictory, I know. Instead of the mandatory audits like Illinois, the federal government is in the support for the voluntary testing framework. Now, here is the POV. The executive order encourages the AI companies to voluntarily submit their models for the government testing before it's publicly released. It's a partnership model, not a regulatory one. The focus here is largely on the national security risk. This move by Illinois reflects a clear concern that the advanced AI system needs an external oversight to ensure responsible development and the deployment. It's a proactive regulatory approach. What this doesn't prove is that a purely voluntary framework will be sufficient to mitigate the risk associated with the frontier AI technologies. This is a fundamental disagreement on the nature of the AI control, which is playing out in a real time. So this week highlights a powerful dual trend. The AI is becoming cheaper, more powerful and widely accessible, while the debates over how to govern it intensify. The rules we create now will shape the future, how everyone will experience the AI. Drop down your views in the comment section and thank you for watching. See you in the next one.